Humans have always found inventive ways to allow animals to help us with our transport needs. Whether it is the camels that help people travel the vast deserts of the Sahara, the dogs that pull sleds across the Arctic snow, elephants that carry travelers across the plains of Africa, or the horses that pulled carriages long before cars were invented. But what about the really unusual animals that people have decided to ride? Welcome to another episode of Forever Green. If you are curious to see some bizarre animal choices when it comes to taking a ride, you are in the right place.
How fast they go and how long they run. Look at.
From the friendliest sea creature to the deadliest, we guarantee that the number one spot will blow your mind. 10. Riding a lion. For most people, if you see a lion, you would run away as fast as you could. Well, for the director of the Taigon Lions Park, Oleg Zubkov, lions are just giant cats that you can ride on, as long as you have earned its trust first. Zubkov isn't shy when it comes to riding his lion friends out in the open, as visitors aboard the park's transport vehicles are often treated to the unbelievable sight of the big cat carrying the safari owner around. Of course, the lion only plays fair and demands a stroke and a scratch after doing his part of the bargain. Would you want to take a ride of a fully grown lion when visiting a safari park? Or would you prefer to stay safely on the safari transport vehicle? We would love to know in the comments section below. 9. Riding a pig. Most farmers drive around on tractors, but a man named Mr. Hyong Yang has opted for a far more unusual method of transport. As seen in this clip, the 68-year-old man enjoys riding his pig along the busy roads of Chongqing. The pig farmer of 30 years has now become somewhat of a celebrity within the Chinese megacity. According to Mr. Cheng, he decided to hop on the back of the 3-year-old swine after it tried to run away one day. Now he has probably realized that it is much cheaper to ride one of his pigs than it is to pay for tractor fuel. Let's just hope he doesn't leave his packed lunch on board his ride, or else he may be going hungry. If you think that this is an unusual way to go around, just wait until you see our number one pick. One wrong move and the rider's final destination could be in its belly. 8. Riding a turtle. This 80-year-old tortoise may look a little past its prime, but it is more than capable of carrying a person around with very little effort. This is because the 150-pound creature has the capability of carrying its own weight and more. Their long life and strength is contributed to its constant eating habits. In fact, they are so hungry that we would advise you never to take your eye off your salad when spending time with these shelled giants. Before you trade your car for a mode of transport with a more hardened exterior, it's worth noting that the average turtle travels around 3 to 4 miles per hour, a speed that wouldn't be ideal when you're late for work. Do you know what is lightning quick though? Hitting the like and subscribe buttons, as well as ringing the notification bell. That way, you never miss one of our unbelievable top 10 videos. 7. Riding a zebra. A lot of movies are completely out the realms of reality. It only exists to entertain and give us a taste of the impossible. Well, a film called Racing Stripes, which follows the unbelievable underdog story of a zebra competing against horses, may have just come true. In this next clip, we see a 5-year-old zebra called Newman being mounted and ridden by its trainer. He's even wearing a saddle while he trots around the paddock. Although a zebra bursting down the race course would be a sight to behold, because of the bone and muscle structure of the African-born beasts, it is unlikely that they could carry anyone for long periods of time, let alone compete in races. So, if you ever see a black and white striped creature trotting around with a rider on its back, make sure it's not just a painted donkey. Our number one pick wouldn't be so easy to fake, but the last thing you would want to do is get close enough to see if it's the real thing. 6. Riding a giraffe. For those of you who are old enough to drink, you may have a few embarrassing moments you wish never happened. Well, one man in Kazakhstan can't ignore his drunken antics, as it was filmed and uploaded onto the internet for us all to watch in disbelief. After scaling a zoo fence, the man climbed into a giraffe enclosure, mounted the tall mammal, and held onto its neck. He looked like he was the king of the jungle. That is, until the frustrated beast fucked him off and sent him crashing to the ground. If you think giraffes are friendly and docile animals, you could think again. If he had made friends with the number 2 choice on our list, he might not have gone home with a bruised behind and a broken ego. If you are the kind of person who is likely to ride a giraffe when drunk, let us know in the comments section below. If the answer is yes, but you are too embarrassed to admit it to everyone, leave this video a thumbs up. We will keep your secret honest. 5. Riding an ostrich. When horse racing becomes too boring to watch, there's always a big bird alternative that will have you sitting on the edge of your seat. Every year, Remington Park in Oklahoma hosts an extreme racing event that sees camels and zebras competing against each other in a bid to raise money for charity. Although they may be unusual competitors, it's their ostrich races that have to be seen to be believed. Although these huge birds move like they are running along hot coals, the organizers of the event assure people that the ostriches are not harmed and are treated to their favorite meal of fruit and rat-tight feed afterwards. Of course, if a rider pushes one too far, then they may be pecking at a backside instead of their feed. One silver lining is that ostriches don't have any teeth, unlike the next creature we are going to show you, as well as our terrifying number 1 pick. 4. Riding an alligator. But would you let your little ones take a seat on the back of an alligator for a fun-filled ride? Well, that is precisely what is offered at some animal parks, under the watchful eye of their trainers. As seen in these clips, parents can take photographs of their children while the alligator, who still shares much of its prehistoric ancestors' DNA, takes them on a guided tour around their enclosure. Jurassic Park would have ended much earlier if they offered rides like these. I suppose that we should all be thankful that evolution made these reptiles much smaller, but I think many of you would agree that an alligator will never be a suitable substitute for a car. One thing that only gets better the bigger it gets is this channel, so make sure you hit those like, subscribe, and notification buttons. 3. Riding a dolphin. After watching a number of heart attack-inducing animals being ridden, we thought it would only be right to show you the friendliest sea mammal to grace the waves. Dolphins have been reported to have helped humans who have gotten in trouble at sea, even fighting off sharks so that the person in danger did not end up as dinner. With that said, it shouldn't come as a surprise to learn that dolphins have been trained to swim, play, and even ridden by humans, as long as they are gentle when hopping into their pool. These clips were filmed during the SeaWorld Dolphin Experience that allow visitors to get into a wetsuit and be one with the dolphins. After you see the final 2 ocean-bound entries on our list of bizarre animals, you will soon realize that dolphins are definitely the safest choice. 2. Riding a whale. The closest most of us will get to riding a whale is on top of a pool inflatable one. Well, one lucky girl got up close and personal with a beluga whale, who took her on a ride around its tank. This clip was filmed at a dolphinarium in Istanbul, which of course also allows people to frolic with dolphins under the watchful eye of their trainers. Although they may have the appearance of a creature sent from outer space, beluga whales are mostly found in Arctic and subarctic waters. They are closely related to the narwhal, only with one huge difference. The beluga doesn't have a giant horn sticking from its head. Before we reveal the final terrifying animal that someone took a ride on, it's time to check out today's subscriber pick. We received this picture from one of our subscribers, who was wondering if it was an authentic photograph of a man riding a shark. Remember, if you come across a bizarre or interesting image on the internet that you would like us to feature and discuss, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and link the image. Before we reveal number 1, be sure to check out other amazing videos on our channel and give us a like if you enjoyed this video so far. Tell us in comments which one of these you like the most and why. So, after receiving this creative image of a man surfing on a shark, it's only fair that our last entry is the real deal. 1. Riding a shark. A Saudi man taking a boat trip with his friends across the Red Sea decided he would find an alternative form of transport and hopped aboard a giant whale shark instead. What makes this clip even more hair-raising is that the shark isn't alone in the water, with the characteristic fins being spotted behind the excited man. Although they are the biggest shark in the ocean, cases of whale sharks attacking humans are incredibly low, making them the gentle giants of the sea. That being said, creatures that size should never be taken for granted. One well-timed flail from the shark's incredibly powerful tail, and the rider's fun would have soon ended. Although it was extremely dangerous, these sharks are extremely rare to see in the wild, so to ride one was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the man. And that concludes our list of 10 unusual animals that people have taken a ride on. From lion to sharks, there have been some brave people who have taken a ride on the wild side. Check out our video on the 10 most wonderful places in the world. If you don't want to miss any of our future videos, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, as well as ringing the notification bell. That way, you will be informed every single time we upload a new video.